Welcome back to another We Be Talking. Today is episode 20. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
Together we're Couch Talk. So we only have a couple more of these left for this year until we're in 2019. I'm thinking for our last episode, instead of doing a normal one, we'll do our most anticipated anime of 2019.
Okay.
So
All right.
that's what we'll do for the last one. Let everyone know. That way, I'm sure people will be thinking, what are we looking forward to in 2019? That'll be our, I guess, episode 22. It's the last episode, so that's what
I'm down for that.
In the meantime, though, we'll keep giving you the anime news and video game news you all want to know about. So let's start with the first one, which is Funimation CEO getting I think it's CEO or president or something, getting a little salty about Netflix getting Evangelion. He said he was not happy they got it. Said Netflix isn't a great place for anime, basically saying it's a disservice to anime fans. I'm 100% sure that we would have done a much better job brand managing it and turning it back into what it was. He kind of went on like huge rants about how Netflix isn't going to do well with it and how they only got it because they paid more for it.
Wow, that's usually how things work.
I think it's just kind of funny to do this. Like, honestly, I think Netflix will just do fine with it. I saw
right. It's not like some soup.
Evangelion is old at this point now. Like everybody know, like they see it, they're gonna basically know what it is.
Right. That's what I was going to say. People who already know of it are gonna find it no matter where it's at. You could put it on some random random website, and people who are fans of it will get it. I don't know how.
And it's not like, I guess you want to bring it into new people, but like if you're on Netflix or you're on Funimation and you're browsing for your anime or whatever, if you come across it, you're gonna think of the same no matter what. So like Funimation might have done a dedicated page to it and stuff, but I mean Netflix has a summarization there. It's like, right. And normally if you want to know more about it, you can just go to My Anime List or Google or whatever. It's not like you just mad that they didn't get it. Is really what it is, and it's kind of funny to see about.
Yeah, he sounds just extra salty, but here,
he's worried that the launch of Evangelion could arrive without fanfare, and the series could get lost in the sea of content. And mentioned that the torn of titles is bad news for Evangelion, no matter how big its name is. Isn't there a sea of content on Funimation?
Yeah. I mean, there is obviously more on Netflix.
Unless you're going to just
general
anime section, there's not a whole lot of anime there.
True, but I think he means like in general. But still, it's like,
yeah, but it's like they curate what's suggested to you based on what you watch. So if you watch anime, you're going to see it there.
Right. Is this whole bringing it back to like get new people into it? I never really thought I don't know. I feel like it's just for people who are been like fans of it or like are fans of anime already. I don't know. I don't see like I don't think anyone would really care if it's on Funimation or Netflix except the Funimation guy.
But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like a huge draw for new anime people. And if you're already in anime, you've probably heard of Evangelion. If you haven't watched it yet and you have Netflix, you'll watch it if it's on Netflix. I'm sure more people have Netflix than Funimation in general, so technically you have more people to see it.
Yeah. I don't know. He's just definitely upset. Just pay more money for it.
Yeah, honestly, Netflix is willing to significantly overpay for something and outbid anyone by multiples, no matter what their ROI is.
I mean, I won't disagree with that. Netflix will overpay for some.
Yeah, we saw them do this is hearsay. Friends, which is an awful, awful show. Don't hang me, please.
I don't like Friends, so
$100 million for 1 year. I think that's way overpaying.
That is disgusting.
I don't think they would lose 100 million in subscriptions if they lost Friends. And I don't think they'll gain that back in subscribers.
If you're subscribed to Netflix for just Friends, you need to rethink your life. But besides that,
yeah, for like any one show, right? It's like if you just
I would say paying $100 million for one show is insane. Yeah. Unless it's like maybe like like I could see maybe like a Game of Thrones because it's current and ongoing. Friends is like 300 years old.
You can find it cheap anywhere, right? So it's like you can probably get the full box set, not that much. Actually, I have no idea. Box sets can get expensive. But yeah, it's just whatever. I guess. Sorry you don't have more money, Funimation.
Better luck next time, all right? The next old anime that gets, re-brought up, maybe you can get that one. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. Shironeko Project, a 3D action RPG smartphone game, is being adapted into an anime. They'll broadcast sometime in 2020. I obviously don't know smartphone games or definitely not Japanese smartphone games. I guess it's coming to Switch at some point because that's also in this article, but they don't have a synopsis here, probably because this is like just some mobile game. It's getting an anime. It happens. Sometimes I would like a synopsis. Come on, Crunchyroll, keep up your stories better.
Yeah, get it together.
Musume Pretty Derpy, a spinoff. Oh no, Umayon, who's a spinoff of that 4-panel manga, is getting an anime. We got a 30-second teaser trailer announcing that coming in. When is it coming?
Did you say Pretty Dorky?
No. Pretty Derpy.
Pretty Derpy.
Pretty Derby.
Derby. Oh, I thought you said Derpy. I was like, what?
All right, it's just in the works. It's another kind of, and I guess they were having a smartphone game that was coming, but it got postponed. So
smartphone games are taking over. My goodness.
Well, it was a manga, and then it's getting a smartphone game and an anime. So they got a lot going for that. Musume. I've never heard of it, so but it's getting some stuff. Data Live season 3 air date was set for January 11. So I know a lot of people love that series. I have yet to watch it at all.
Yeah, same here. So, it's to be honest, it's not even on my list. I'll be real.
I don't even think it's on mine. Maybe one day. But yeah, season's coming soon. We're about to be, like we said, we have 2 weeks left of this year, and then bam, we're in the new season.
We in the winter. Not even an old new season, like a new year of anime.
Yeah, new year, new season. We're doing it. Light novel series Hachinan Sore wa ne Deshu is getting an anime adaptation. Here, The Eighth Son That Can't Be Right. That's what it's titled in English. Okay, here we go. About an ordinary salaryman who finds himself in the body of a 5-year-old magical prodigy from an impoverished noble family. So that's kind of. It says a 5-year magical prodigy. I'm assuming they forgot the word old. Yeah, 5-year-old noble child in another section. So some grammar errors there. Come on, Crunchyroll. Here we go. The story follows Shingo Ichinomiya, a 25-year-old employee with a trading company who wakes up one morning in a different world with the body and memories of Wildelin von Benno Baumeister, the 5-year-old magically gifted 8th son of a poor noble family that owns huge tracts of land in the frontier.
Perfect.
Okay, in these strange new circumstances, Shingo / Wendelin decides to use his magical talents to make a living as an adventurer. 8 sons, that's a lot. Do they have sisters too? Because then they have a lot of kids.
That's a big ass family. Right. 8 whole sons.
He wakes up in a 5-year-old magical prodigy. Do they have to do some massive time skip to where he can be an adventurer, or is he a 5-year-old adventurer?
He's probably a 5-year-old adventurer. That wouldn't surprise me. Japan and young children doing crazy, outrageous things.
They typically do. Okay. We got Mewtwo is getting a movie in 2019. So obviously he hasn't been the main focus since the original back in 98. And the Pokemon, the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back. It's so long
Mewtwo 2.
No, it's called Mewtwo... I'm just going to read the English. Mewtwo Counterattack Evolution.
He's back for more?
Yeah, instead of he's not striking back, he's counterattacking.
Okay.
And that's going to be open in Japan July 12th. So
I'll watch it. Mewtwo is actually super. He was a super cool Pokemon / character in the first movie.
Yeah, that was one of the big childhood movies for anyone of our generation.
For real. I will always remember that movie. You know, it was very sad. Whole Ash getting turned to stone and then
30 seconds later he was fine, but those 30 seconds
those were rough. All right.
You're like, what? People can die in Pokemon?
Right? You're like, what? That's not supposed to be happening. That's not allowed.
I like how everyone goes back to being the sad thing. Like, you know what? The movie is just kind of dark and sad the whole time. Pokemon are getting kidnapped, cloned.
Right. Just straight up yoink.
Mewtwo just kills people in the beginning of the movie. He's like, he does straight up just
blow up that like lab with no regard for anyone. He's like, you go tell them who did this. That is true. Never mind. I guess people do die in Pokemon. As long as Mewtwo does, I guess. As long as a Pokemon kills a person, it's okay.
Yeah, right? Yeah. People can't kill Pokemon. Like one guy who abandoned that Charmander and was about to die. Thank you, Ash, for rescuing it.
That guy was.
They get to the verge of death in the show. They never just actually kill something, though.
They do.
They just allude to things can die in the world.
All right. Hopefully, Pokemon. You know, Pikachu doesn't talk in this one. Because didn't he, like, talk in one of the movies?
I think, yeah. He did. He talked in, like, one of the first few movies, actually.
Who?
Pikachu.
Did he really?
Yeah, he said, like, one line.
I don't know.
I think so. I don't remember which one. It was definitely an older one, I'm pretty sure, though.
I do not remember. I remember the newer one where people are like, what the hell? He talks? It talks? Pikachu talks? It's okay if Mewtwo talks, though, you know?
Yeah. He's like a super psychic being.
Yeah.
A Detective Pikachu is a spin-off comedy thing, so that's fine. And it has like an ultra-realistic look to it. So it's not...
And that's like, you know, Pikachu's inner thoughts anyway.
Yeah, true.
Well, I guess towards that one specific person.
Yeah, he can hear it. No one else can. Oh, well.
That was our Pokemon tangent.
Pokemon. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind is getting Kabuki Play adaptation in December of 2019. Okay. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. I've heard a lot about this. I have not seen it. I've heard good things. I think they had some good music. That's how I know a little bit about it. But so it was a 1982 manga, and then there was an anime film in 1984. So very old, and now it's getting a kabuki play, which those are kind of a very interesting style of plays.
I have not heard of that specifically, like that type.
Well, I've taken Japanese culture / literature classes, so we got to see them. They're kind of like the really old-fashioned, like mask-focused plays. It's weird. Okay, let's put it that way. They are very,
it's weird.
They're very interesting, but they are on the weird side. I do like them though. I've only seen a couple. One Piece is celebrating its 20th anniversary with a new film, Stampede, in August of 2019. So,
no way.
Yeah, what a surprise that they could be having a 14th anime feature film.
I was gonna say it already has a ton of films. Like, I had another.
Yeah, why not? Has been aired in Japan for more than 860 episodes since 1999.
That is insane. Like, just the One Piece as is just like an entirely crazy phenomenon, I feel.
I can't believe
there are
obviously for 20 years.
There are obviously like long anime. Like, isn't Lupin like forever long?
True.
But
I feel like Lupin's though, it's not like continuous. It's like episodic.
That's what I was
for
say.
Movie.
One Piece is like one continuous story.
Yeah, like how incompetent is the main character that he can't complete his quest in 160 episodes?
I don't. It's all. I want to
like. Do they not want a conclusion? To me, I'd be like, can we please get a conclusion? I can't follow this for the rest of my life.
I think it's stuck in between. Like, it's so popular, they want it going on forever, and like, maybe I don't know. People say it's really good. I want to catch up just because I'm like, I want to see what everything's about. But like, it's like, this is like a 2-year commitment.
Yeah, 860 episodes. You know how many anime I could finish? In 860 episodes.
Insane.
I want an ending to what I watch. I don't want to watch something that will go on forever. Like, I need to know it concludes. I don't want to die before I can finish it. Because at this, because now I'm competing against the clock of the author, right? And then I have to hope the author on his deathbed, or her, I don't know who the writer is.
I think it's him.
So I'm hoping on their deathbed, they don't just, like,
I'm pretty sure
they better end it on their deathbed, right?
I'm pretty sure it will finish. Well,
and what?
Obviously, well, I don't know if it's an obvious, but like, it's just so crazy that something goes on. That I mean, Naruto went on for a long ass time.
True. At least
it was like
at least it got an ending.
True, but
how many episodes was that? Because Naruto was like 200-ish, and then Shippuden was like.
If you count fillers, it was like about 700, I think, episodes. Because wasn't Shippuden like 500?
I think so. 500, yeah.
It was between like
500 because I think they did a finish on 500 thing.
So it's like 720 episodes total, which is still a lot.
At least I started that when I was a kid, right? Now it's like if I were to start One Piece, it's starting too late. Also, I tried. I couldn't get into it. So,
yeah, I think I'm gonna try. I don't know when. Like, I'm gonna try and actually like.
Yeah, it could be 20 years from now, but we will try. We will try.
At this point, it's like
we'll be on Weeby Talking episode 6000. Like, we finally tried One Piece.
Because at this point, I'm like, I should probably just read the manga because that would be a lot quicker, and it would be like. At my own, well, obviously watching it would be at my own pace, but that's like at 20-minute increments.
We'll just make a series. First impressions of One Piece. Finally watching One Piece for the first time.
That would be something.
First impressions of One Piece. That ain't happening. It will happen. Who knows?
It might happen.
It actually might. Will we get there?
I think we just came up with a new idea. Look at that.
Woo! Haikyu is gonna have 2 anime films over on Crunchyroll for both their premium members. So Haikyu, the movie Talent and Sense, and Haikyu, the movie Battle of Concepts, are available exclusively for premium members over on Crunchyroll. So if you have not seen those movies and want to,
I think it's like just. I think the Battle of Concept ones is just the final match, pretty much.
I have not watched either because I'm pretty sure when I read the subscription, it was like recap kind of movies or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure it's just like those matches just condensed to a movie. So it's like nothing really new.
Yeah, it's like the laziest form of, hey, we got a movie, put a title on it. Yeah,
just
come spend more money to watch this. Oh, you've already seen it, but now it's a movie.
but now, oh, you have seen it, huh? But have you seen it as a movie? That is kind of weird. That's kind of like super.
I've never understood those. A lot of them do that. It's not like a lot of anime actually do that. Where like, oh, here's a movie, and I read the description. It's like, oh, basically a recap of everything that happened, just condensed down. It's like, but I watched it.
Right, like.
Well, when I spent an hour and a half watching an hour and a half of stuff that I could have watched, I already watched in a form of like 15 hours.
Right, and like, why would I watch the movie? I would rather watch the show and have more like, backstory and stuff, and more like, instead of it like condensed, because they obviously are going to toss stuff out, because the Battle of Concepts, I'm fairly certain, is between, the final school, which that was a whole season, 10 episodes, which is longer than the movie. So I'd rather, just watch the season.
You've probably already watched the season if you, like, I don't know who's like, oh, that seems like a good place to jump into Haikyu.
Right. I don't know. That's kind of weird just to have it as, because I'd rather have all the context than just like movie only context. Whatever though. I'd rather have season 4, not some movies.
Yeah, exactly, right? What the hell?
Give us season 4. God damn it.
Nobunaga-sensei's child wife is set to premiere in Japan in April of 2019. Oh, man. Okay, so story centers on Nobunaga Oda, a junior high school teacher who loves dating simulation games and been dreaming of meeting a girl who loves him so much like the ones in such games. One day, a 14-year-old girl named Kijo Saito suddenly appears in front of him. She was supposed to get married to Nobunaga Oda, one of the most powerful daimyo warlords in the Sengoku period of Japan, but has time slipped to the modern day Japan. She misunderstands the junior high teacher Nobunaga as the daimyo Nobunaga and demands him to make a baby with her.
What the hell? Do you think, this is kind of related, kind of not, do you think 14 is the most average age of anime characters?
I think so. Honestly, I think it is. Is 14 the cutoff line in Japan or something?
Maybe it's always 13 or 14. No matter what, it could be like, oh, we're having deep philosophical discussions as 14-year-olds.
Like, how does she misunderstand a junior high teacher as the daimyo just because they have the same name? Is she not like, wow, this world looks nothing like like the time periods of the 1400s?
Oh my god. What is up with, why does everyone have to be so young? Like, come on. Bump up the ages.
Careful. Cultural something in the other.
Is that, I think that's probably like a reason. Like, people are like, oh, do you think people are like, oh, I'm not going to read that because that person is 20? I'd rather than be 14. I think that is a thing. No, I think it is. I think that's why so many are so young.
All I
think
know
that's
is
literally a
in
thing.
the comment section, anyone who says something about that being weird just got downvoted to hell. So we're jumping into weird fetish territory here.
It is weird. I will say it. All right. I probably offended people, but it's okay.
Don't worry. This guy says he's not going to bone her. It will focus on them waiting a couple years. Well, okay, why did she have to start out at fucking 14? You're not waiting a couple years. Okay, you're waiting. You're waiting more than just 2 years. I ain't gonna appreciate that 16-year-old stuff, anime girl or not.
All right, just make everyone 18 and up. Especially
if they're gonna like some of these, they're like, oh, they're 14. Let's say Violet Evergarden. She does not have the mentality. Do they not understand what the mentality of a 14-year-old is? I was a pretty sure mature 14-year-old, but these characters are like beyond just mature. They're like hella intelligent. They understand what's going on. Like that's like what's going on here?
Especially like in like you said Violet Evergarden.
Philosophical conversations.
Like in Violet Evergarden, she like presents herself so well. Like first of all, she's like some crazy military badass. Or like was previously, so you're like, oh, so she's been around for a decent time. If she
mid-20s,
yeah, maybe early 20s. Oh, I'm 12. What? What the hell do you mean you're 12?
You're like way taller than a normal age. Right. What's going on here? Whatever.
Oh my god, I don't know why it's so. I don't know. It's kind of strange, but whatever.
Yeah, how are you gonna get the broader audience involved? They're like, oh, he's gonna have sex with a 14-year-old. No, he doesn't. He's saying wait. Okay. Manaria Friends is getting, and it's coming in January. They don't have a specific. Oh, okay. January 20th is for this. It's a based off the game Rage of Bahamut. I've heard of Rage of Bahamut. It is a mobile game I've never played or seen. Here's their is this the real okay. Okay, here we go. They have some meme description up here. I'm gonna read it. This is coming from Crunchyroll. You're a lizard, Harry. Well, maybe not a lizard, and maybe not Harry, but a half-dragon girl and a human princess will make friends soon.
Wow, Crunchyroll. You're... Oh my god.
The story of Manaria Friends follows Anne, a magically gifted princess, and Gria, half-human, half-dragon crossbred, as they study magic at Manaria Academy. Manaria Academy. Each episode of the series will be 15 minutes in length. That's kind of short.
Yeah, 15. That's shorter than the norm.
Yeah, it's like 5,
I just still hate
shorter.
their "you're a lizard" thing. I'm still kind of tilted by that. It's like, okay. Nice reference, but then you literally immediately go back on it and say, not actually this, and not actually that. All right.
It's just gone in there, man. That is all the news for the week. Actually, a little more. I want to say more than normal. It's just we talked more than normal this time.
we talked. Oh, nice. It seemed like more. We just presented it that way.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just jump on over into games.
Sure.
Let's talk about the big story. Heroes of the Storm Esports series was struck down by Blizzard Entertainment. So they just kind of abruptly stopped it. So a lot of the players and commentators and all that weren't really happy. Well, that's kind of what happens when you're working into an arena where things like that are just kind of games are just like fragile. They don't have like the lifetime.
Right, I will say it's a very risky space. But I think people are so upset because from what I I didn't read like fully into it, but from what I gathered from people's that Blizzard kind of led them on, saying like, "Oh, we will continue."
Yeah, a few weeks ago they said the championship was still happening.
Okay,
and then they just killed it. So
that's pretty messed up. Just, I mean, I understand you should be prepared for stuff like that, especially when it comes to like. But like,
I feel like you should like expect it to happen with Heart of the Storm at some point. It's not really a popular game. Blizzard, they're under Activision. Activision, who's all about making money. If you don't make money, they kill you. They probably weren't. They're like EA in that way, right? That's what happens.
That sucks, though. That'd be so weird. Like, you just wake up, it's like, by the way, we're done, and then you're like, what do I do now? I guess you go to. Because is it just the esports scene, or are they just like abandoning the game?
The game,
entirely.
Here I found something else. And now it was scaling back on the game, and then moving developers from that game to other projects. So they will still continue to work on the game and release new content. It's just not going to be as often, and it's a smaller team now. So
okay, so that sounds like they're just gonna let it slowly die.
Yeah, I mean, Activision did release a memo basically to them, like, I think it was a couple months ago, at least from the shareholders and everything, like they need to be working on these bigger projects to try to make things happen. I mean, obviously they had their trusty Call of Duty and stuff, and then Blizzard really, outside of WoW, they don't really make two things that really sell anymore. They have like StarCraft.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like all they have.
I guess they have Overwatch.
Oh yeah, Overwatch. So Overwatch is still doing good.
Right, I would say Overwatch. I bet you the people at Overwatch are nervous though.
I don't know. Overwatch, I think, is safe. They're still making a lot of money on Overwatch, and they just won Esports Game of the Year.
Right. I mean, when Overwatch started, it was a 20 million buy-in. So that's gotta say something, right?
Yeah, that's gotta say something. So yeah, with Overwatch, I mean, Activision probably just wants them focusing on that things. I can't think of them making a new game for a while, unless it's like a StarCraft 3 all of a sudden.
Well, they'll give you a mobile Diablo.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting they have Diablo under Blizzard too.
Yeah, but
which that Diablo will make a lot of mobile. Diablo is going to make a shit ton of money, guaranteed.
Right. Probably not majority from here, but definitely like globally. But
I would say that, except for that Final Fantasy mobile game had 52% of its revenue from here, and it was making like $1 million a day. So,
Jesus.
So, and 52%. So, I think mobile market is actually big here now, and obviously China's insane. So,
yeah,
if you get in China, you're gonna make a lot of money too. So, mobile market is growing everywhere in general. Obviously, you just don't announce it like they did, but smart business move. I'm sure it'll be a good game for mobile. And yeah, I guess Diablo, StarCraft, WoW, and Overwatch. It's a decent amount of games for one, publisher though.
Yeah, they have.
And they have WoW Classic and all those coming out, and they do have the remake of Warcraft 3. Was it Warcraft 3 or just the Warcraft? I don't know, one of them. So they have stuff. I mean, I want to keep putting money into an esports scene that doesn't make money though.
Right. Poor them, but I think the writing was on the wall.
Yeah. When it comes to MOBAs, we know where it's at. League of Legends, Dota. That's it.
Right.
Just stay away from that space. Once you commit to a MOBA, you're committed to that MOBA.
Yeah. Well, I guess either Dota or League will have probably an influx of new players.
Well, they can still play. Well, the pros are the only ones losing out. So
yeah, but like if they lower, to me, like if they're like, oh, we're gonna move some devs, I'm like, okay, so you're just gonna kind of let this thing
eventually it'll fizzle out, yeah, without a doubt. Because then it comes down to how much are you making off the casual player base, right?
Right.
I don't even know how big that player base is. I tried it once. I was like, yep, not for me. Okay. The other big story, Riot Games suspending their COO, Scott Gelb, for 2 months without paid, or 2 months of unpaid leave and training. So, of course, this is the guy we talked about before in one of our previous episodes about Riot Games, because, Riot Games loves to be in the news for not very good stuff at times.
For negative things.
Sometimes they're in there for positive. So, he was the one going around. Here we go. Ball tapping, or flipping, flicking or slapping testicles, in case you didn't know what ball tapping was. Farting on employees or humping them for comedic effect. And, I'm sure he did other weird things. So, yeah, that's not acceptable. So, yeah, they just gave him, obviously, 2 months of unpaid leave for the COO is nothing. He was a co-founder of Riot Games as well, so he's made his money. And training is probably going to be a joke. He's technically their bosses at training, so...
Yeah. I don't know.
A lot of people that work there are kind of unhappy because they've seen a lot of people, recently get fired for less.
Right, and then
But because he is a CEO, he obviously is going to have that.
They should probably
privilege, but
get rid of him, because obviously the toxic culture spawns from the top.
And, he already leaves a bad name on the company itself because he's always going to be a leader. And even if you do, I don't know, reform, did air quotes, like people can see it. This is an audio-only podcast. That will always be there on the company name.
Right.
And sometimes you have to let your top go. Papa John's did it.
Papa John's did do it.
All these other companies have done it. It's just... And especially when you have people like ESPN reporting on this now and all these other big ones out there.
Yeah.
You have to... They should honestly start thinking about their name a little bit more. Especially if you're trying to bring in all these advertisers and sponsors into the scene.
Right.
But, they might be cleared enough now where it doesn't matter. And they won't lose their sponsors. Who knows? But come on, man.
Yeah.
None of that his stuff is comedic, right? Unless you're a middle schooler where you think ball tapping is funny.
Yeah.
Farting on people, never funny. It's like...
What is this dude's sense of humor? Jesus. Do people actually laugh? Do they laugh because he's the CEO?
I think so. I think you're like, ha ha ha, don't fire me, please pay me, ha ha.
Please pay.
It's like I have a family to feed, ha ha.
Oh
man, you farted on me again. Gotcha. You got me.
Jesus. Whatever, Riot. You just keep doing your questionable things.
Discord store is doing a 90-10 revenue split with anyone that publishes to their store. Obviously, Epic's doing a 88-12. Steam's still down there at their 70-30. So everyone's coming in on this territory to push people out. So Discord's, there you go. I believe they said something. Oh, yeah, they said, turns out it does not cost 30% to distribute games in 2018. After doing some research, we discovered that we can build amazing developer tools, run them, and give developers the majority of the revenue share. So, I mean, I've never, you honestly don't need 30% from them like Steam's doing. you only need a small percent of the total sales. Like, you have a mass amount of games on your category, like your catalog. Like, as long as you get people buying 10,000 copies of some and 10,000 other or whatever, you're gonna make a lot of money. It's like,
I was like, oh, turns out you don't. Yeah, turns out other people are about to undercut the hell out of you, so you need to stop taking so much.
Yeah, because Discord and Epic are now much cheaper. And Discord, I think they said they're going to allow self-publishing. So I don't think that's going to be that way at Epic, which is kind of way I'd prefer it, to be honest, because once you allow self-publishing, then you get all the shit that Steam has, and then it becomes a huge mess. Okay, so Discord has over 200 million registered users.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, okay. So I did not know that. That's actually a lot more.
That's a lot.
So that is pretty big. I do think Discord does have a bit of an advantage when it comes to this stuff, just because everyone's already using it for voice.
Yeah, it's definitely very convenient to just, like for example, us. We could go look at a game right now in the middle of this podcast if we really wanted.
Yeah, and then of course Discord has a subscription service with a whole bunch of free games that you get included in that subscription service and everything. Epic does not have that, but Epic is Epic, and they have on Epic you get a free game every 2 weeks. Oh, that would kind of make sense. Subnautica is free on the Epic Store right now, which is a $25 game.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't download it, but I did purchase it. Kind of like I do with the PS Plus games. You just, add them to your library. If you ever want to play them, they're there. You just download them. So that I did not know. So every 2 weeks isn't bad. So that's 2 games a month. Less than Xbox games with Gold, but you're not paying for that, so you don't have to pay for Epic. But I know Discord right now has a lot of free games if you're part of their subscription base.
I think it's Nitro.
Yeah, Nitro. And that's $10 a month. Right now it gets you games like Metro Last Light Redux. Great games. So there are and of course, but Epic has gotten some good games in there, like I talked about Journey. But we both said more competition is always better, especially to Steam.
Steam needs
development,
slap in the face.
Yeah, development costs have gone up a lot to make a game over time, and it's and they're still cutting 30% out of you, so your costs go up, your revenue's not really changing, kind of hurts. So it's you just have to sell more copies. But now that you can, get more of what you deserve because you develop the game, you deserve majority of it, as opposed to Steam. All they do is put it on their store and they take 30%.
Right. Oh, thanks. I mean, yeah, it's on the store, but 30% is so much.
It is, dude. Way more than it should ever be. I don't know. Was it the only reason? Because it was the only one there, I guess, is why they allowed that to happen?
Probably.
I don't think I'd let myself get robbed of that. So Epic also, though, they are they had an announcement here that they're going to allow, let me see where I can find the best sentence. So their cross development tools going to allow everyone to have access to it. So throughout 2019, we'll be launching a large set of cross-platform game services originally built for Fortnite and battle-tested with 200 million players across 7 platforms. These services will be free for all developers and will be open to all engines, all platforms, and all stores. As a developer, you're free to choose a mix-and-match solutions from Epic and others as you wish, which is actually really cool. They're hey, obviously, cross-platform is a big thing now. We've already done all the design work for it. This will help your development, ease it, and you can just use it with whatever platforms you're using.
Perfect.
Cool guys, Epic, right? Like, hey, we got this. It's been tested flawlessly across mobile, Xbox, PlayStation.
Good guy, Epic.
And they're like, you can take all that we spent all this time developing and just use it for anything. Obviously, if you use an Unreal Engine, it's probably a little easier because you don't have to do too much conversion stuff. But they said, hey, you can use it on any platform, so you don't, and just free.
I love stuff like that. Just like, oh, hey, we already did this, so if you want to build upon it or whatever, go ahead. Not like, we'll never let you use this, I swear to God.
I'm pretty sure they let people develop on their Unreal Engine free too,
so nice of them. Jeez.
Well, we make a shit ton of money. We don't need to sell this to you. We already have people buying it, like paying us to use it. All right, you just take it. Panzer Dragoon remakes are in development. So the first two Panzer Dragoon games, Panzer Dragoon and Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei, are being remade by Polish publisher Forever Entertainment, according to official announcement from the company. So, have you ever played a Panzer Dragoon?
I have not.
So these are old games. It doesn't say when these came out though. I remember playing Panzer Dragoon on the original Xbox, but they were, I think they were on the Sega Saturn? Oh, here it goes. Yeah, first two were released for Sega Saturn in 95 and 96. 56, man, they had games that long ago.
I was like, that is an old game.
No, 95, 96. So, I know one had to be released for. Oh, okay. Sega released follow-ups for the Saturn, Game Gear. I don't remember seeing that on Game Gear. I had a Game Gear. I love my Game Gear. And Xbox, Panzer Dragoon Orta. That's the one I remember playing. Really fun games. Kind of rail shooters, but you're on a dragon.
That makes it 100 times cooler. Being on a dragon.
Dude,
no matter what you do.
Exactly.
You're on a dragon.
That's true. It was a pretty hard game, if I recall. It was a lot of fun. Granted, I wonder what it would be like if I were to play it now. Well, I'll just wait for the remakes. So, expected to arrive sometime in 2019. So, it's a quick turnaround from this announcement. That, to me, is kind of exciting. I never played the originals. I just played whatever the version Orta was. So, now we're gonna jump into an old game. Actually, it's not. Oh yeah, never mind. It is older than Panzer Dragoon. I also say, wait, it's not as old, but it is. The original Doom, which came out in '93. The creator will be releasing 18 new levels for the original Doom game.
All right.
So, what day did this article come out? December 10th. What was the 10th?
Some DLC.
Monday.
25 years later.
Monday was the 25th anniversary of Doom. So, he announced, 18 new maps for the original game will be coming in 2019. They'll include 9 single-player levels and 9 multiplayer deathmatch levels. It's going to be called Sigil. It's a spiritual successor. It'll pick up where the original Doom left off. So, original Doom, great damn game. Damn great good game. Good game, damn
good,
great.
Good damn game.
Yeah, exactly.
Good game, damn great.
However words work. Obviously, one of the really jumping start for first-person shooters was Doom and Quake.
I don't think I've ever actually played Doom start to finish, which is,
to be fair, I think I did play it not too long ago from start to finish on, that might have been back in like 2011. That was on my YouTube channel when I called it Awesome Bros. That's a throwback.
That is a super throwback.
And I played it all the way through, but when I was a kid, I played it a lot. But I'm pretty sure I only played like the first couple missions over and over.
You just kept restart. Oh, I love these two.
I don't know if the game was just too hard, or if it's just a little scary, or what. I don't really remember because, 93. So I probably played this in 95, 96. So I probably have been like 4 or 5 years old or whatever. Which, to be fair, some people say that's too young to play a game like Doom. I was playing Duke Nukem 3D when I was like 4. Right, so Doom was a little on the not as bad end. But you know what? They got me into games. Okay, and that's what matters. A lot of fun. I am interested. I don't know how to pick these up. I think they said in here, so somewhere. They will be offering 2 limited edition physical releases of the game. They'll both come with the new music by the guitarist Buckethead. For free in February at some point. So I'm going to try to get those. Maybe I'll play them. And by maybe, I probably will. Sounds cool. I love Doom. You need to play Doom, Logan. Jeez. Your video game knowledge playthroughs is lacking, okay?
It is. It kind of
outside of like multiplayer games, single player wise, it's lacking.
I also say kind of like funneled into like certain types of games.
All right, there's multiplayer in Doom. We'll fight each other in it. So,
all right, perfect.
That'll be it. So PS Plus Games with Gold, which gives out free games every month. For 2018, PlayStation Plus gave out $1,500 worth of games. So that's obviously a $60 subscription a year. I have a lot of games in my library, let me tell you. And then Xbox gave out $1,061 in games. So PlayStation gave out $500 more worth. Of course, if you want to talk about quality of games, we're all over the place on both platforms. I think overall, I would say PlayStation gave out a better quality. And of course, with PlayStation, you get them on your Vita, PS3, PS4, and then some of them have like cross saves, cross play, or cross download. And then Xbox, those were all on Xbox One. So depending on how you want to throw the value around and stuff like that too. So obviously, for $60, getting $1,000+ worth of games is always a good deal.
Hell yeah, I'd say so. I ain't no businessman, but I would agree.
So if I spend $60, you're telling me you're gonna give me $1,000? Or PlayStation, you're gonna give me $1,500? All right.
All right, I'll take it.
Here's $60. Give it all to me now. I say, I think PlayStation had a strong one with this too, with like Yakuza, stuff like that. So, good games. Another Witcher 3 crossover coming with Geralt showing up in Monster Hunter as a character. He's gonna be part of their expansion here with like some new monsters and stuff like that. New side quests. Gonna be Witcher inspired quests. So kind of interesting. Witcher's just showing up in everything, man. He was Soul Calibur 6.
That's what I was get. He's got a new show coming out.
Geralt's just Witcher 3 was huge, and everyone's like, "Give me that. Give me a piece of that ass.
Give me more. I want some more." All right, everyone gets some Witcher.
It's great game, great series all around. And that's the only way for it to live on now is through all these other people's games and Glen. I don't know if we'll ever see a 4th or not. I am so confused. But I wrote down my timer because I write down all the timestamps as we do it. I wrote down 53 minutes, 60 seconds. Which, all around, that's wrong. Because that'd be 54 minutes, which would also be wrong. I am so confused.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot to unravel there.
60 seconds. That's also known as a minute.
So, did you see The Sonic poster for the Sonic movie.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I did.
I retweeted, I think, several versions of it.
I'm pretty sure, unless it was like a joke one, but I'm pretty sure I saw it.
It looks like a man. It's a Sonic. Big
yeah,
feet.
yeah.
That's the actual real poster.
Okay, I was like,
I posted a couple meme versions of it too. I think retweeted at least.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, I see it right now. Jesus Christ, that is just.
So basically, there's a Sonic movie in the works.
I don't know if I should get excited.
Yeah, and then there's another one where he's like on the top of a bridge or something. On the Golden Gate Bridge or what? It's just creepy, dude.
I know, it's just like
it's like a live action Sonic. It's just a furry. It's like but worse because it's not, and it's like
it's like
I'm not saying furries are bad. It's just a joke, okay? Like, what is going on with this? Like, what? There's so many memes of it too.
It's just so. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. All right, and I don't like it. All right, I just don't like it.
I don't like it at all. I'd rather just like, who asked for this? And like, why can't it be animated?
Exactly. Why is it gotta be like this creepy in between thing going? I don't even know what. Take it away, please. Take it back.
I think I saw the real one first, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Is this real? There's no way this is real. I kept seeing memes come out, and I was like, no way. The only reason there's a meme now is because it has to be real. And then there's memes of the real thing. It's like, I can't. What am I doing?
That's how like awful the poster is. You're like, I don't know if this is real.
It just came out of nowhere too.
Oh my
Usually
God.
movies are announced and they just never come anyway. I don't know if that'll ever be released. It's kind of like the Sly Cooper movie. We got a trailer for it. Awesome trailer. I know the movie's dead or something. I have no idea. It's like, I was so excited when I saw that trailer for it. And it was like, Sly Cooper movie coming. I was like, hell yeah, I love Sly Cooper. That was like 4 years ago. We're still sitting here. just dead
Sly
in limbo.
Cooper did his best disappearing act. No more movies.
I don't know when that trailer was released, but it's like, it's been a while. It's pretty, it's rough. But thank you, Sly Cooper. For giving us that. Thanks, Sonic. Throwing me out of whack, man. Sledgehammer Games co-founder Glen Schofield, he left the studio back in February, and he was still at Activision with executive duties, has now left Activision. He's going to take a break, and then he's going to find something new to do. He obviously did Modern Warfare 3, Advanced Warfare, and World War II. Those were some of the big stuff he worked on. So that's a big talent. Yeah. He is a big talent, obviously. I was going to say, well, is he? Those are kind of not very good Call of Duty games. But Modern Warfare 3 I liked a lot. But I feel like Sledgehammer Games never really got the chance to do what they should have been doing. Because the people who founded Sledgehammer Games, I think, were part of Visceral Games, which obviously was behind Dead Space series before EA killed Visceral Games for absolutely no reason other than EA loves to kill things. Like, oh, Visceral Games, you have a great trilogy here in Dead Space that everyone loves. You're all fired.
Get out.
It's like, what do you do with things for no reason? They're just like, oh, you guys made 3 great games that made money? Fired. It's like, okay.
Thanks, I guess.
But I feel like Sledgehammer Games should not have been forced to work on Call of Duty, but if they did, they should have went way more futuristic with the series or something, and did kind of more, maybe like a horror Call of Duty like story or something. Who knows? But Yeah, Advanced Warfare, World War II. Yeah, Modern Warfare 3 was good. Advanced Warfare was eh. World War II was eh. They weren't bad, but it's obviously I'm a huge Call of Duty fan, so I'm not gonna be too negative about them. But they weren't that good. They're Modern Warfare 3 I liked a lot, but the other two I could not care too much about. Whew, okay. Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario, has now logged 100 performances as Mario. So Smash Ultimate was his 100th time voicing Mario.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Which is now in the Guinness World Records. Achievement of the most video game voiceover performances as the same character. Yeah, they got a Guinness World Record for everything. Obviously, that's why that book's like 9 bajillion pages.
Right.
But still, man, Mario's been in 100 games.
Do you think he gets bored of like voicing Mario that many times?
I don't. From the people that I've heard that like have met him, always says he loves to do the voice, even like when he meets people and stuff, and that he's actually just like one of the most like wonderful guys. It's like, so probably not.
That makes sense. I mean, it is a beloved character.
The beloved man.
But that's crazy though. 100 times through like games or like what else is there? Games and more games.
It's like
I was gonna say like
I can't
movies,
think of another character
right?
like that. Maybe. See, I don't know who voice that. Like some characters are voice acted by like the same people and stuff. It's like I was gonna say, who comes like second? Like Luigi. So another Mario character, right? Like who comes close to his as Mario? Like any other character across any other franchise. No one's done 100 games or
like video game wise. Yeah, I don't think because they're like other games don't really have like well, they do have like mascots, but none that have been as long as Mario.
And Mario has a lot of different franchises that all sell well.
Right, because it's
like all the sports games. It's got party games. It's got, and
there's anything you can think of. There's a Mario's blank of it.
Yeah, and then he's also in other games like, or people got to do crossovers with Mario, like Mario Rabbids, right? And then you got like he's just all these games, Smash.
I guess Mario Kart Party.
Mario is Missing. You remember that game, Mario is Missing? You play as Luigi. It was like a education kind of game.
I do not. Oh, I do not at all.
I had it on a computer when I was a kid.
I think I've heard about it, but
terrible game. But I was a kid. I didn't know better, and I liked it. I was like, I love this game. It was like some terrible education game. Well, yeah, it was just one of the many. Don't know if he's been in like most video game voiceovers, so it doesn't include some other stuff. So man,
that's crazy. What a legend.
When was his first performance? They don't have this here, but because that's 100 different times, so that's 100 different games since Mario has been announced.
That's crazy. That's kind of like, I'm trying to think of the word, because like I feel like almost any other character, if you did that, like especially today, people would be like, that's not creative, that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? But like when you say like, oh, I'm playing Mario Kart, you don't even think of like, I guess because it's not specifically Mario, it's like Mario and the whole gang. Like there's a ton of characters. Like it's not just like
games. Yes, it's not just like. Well, he's got like the Mario and Luigi ones, and then you got Paper Mario. Like, they're all Mario, but they're all so different. Besides, like the main like 2D side scrollers, which are all actually kind of different, and they're all really just solid games. Like, if you look at any other franchise that has like 3 games, one of those in there isn't as solid, right? And it's like Mario, though, it's hard to find a game that's like not solid. Like, there's some Mario Party games, of course, but like I'm talking about mainline like Mario games, like all the
That's
Super
actually
Mario worlds and stuff. And
surprising that they've had so much success, pretty much basing everything around a single well, obviously there's a ton of more characters, but like the core concept is like around one character.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Where's Zelda's cart in Zelda Party or something?
Zelda's Party is some like one of those Princess Barbie games or whatever. It's like just for girls,
or it's literally just like it's just Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf because they're like always the only like relevant characters. It's just them. It's like, all right, nice to meet you here again.
Come on, you got
good job,
you
Mario.
got Tinkle.
Tinkle.
What is it? Tinkle?
What
Tinkle.
a name!
Is it Tinkle?
It's something like that. I think it is.
I'm
like
pretty
Tingle.
sure it is Tingle.
Tingle. I think it's Tingle.
Not Tinkle. I was like, I got Pete.
I got a Tinkle. It's Tingle.
Okay.
Tinkle.
Tingle's
got a tinkle. He just kind of shows up. He's kind of bothers me. So he's looking at me like that.
You got the owl. Woo!
That bothered me. I was like, go away, owl.
Every time showed up, head, man. It's like upside down looking at you. It's like, whoa, dude.
It's like, stop it. But yeah, shout out to Mario and his voice actor,
Charlie Martinet. Martinet? I don't know.
I think it's Martinet.
So yeah, big lifetime award. I'm sure they were waiting till 100. I'm sure he's clearly always had the record, starting from like 1.
Right, I'm sure the record can't be that high, right? Like, well, okay, if you take away him, like, what do you think the record would be without him would be? Like 12?
It would literally have to, like, if you take out, like, it would have to be another Mario character, right?
Yeah, okay,
like
let's
Luigi,
take out,
like, you have to take out Mario, period.
Take out, like, Nintendo in general.
Yeah, that's like, the way to go. I was like, everyone else has, like, 3 or 4 games.
Right, like, I literally cannot think of another character that's just been so widespread.
Snake, maybe? No, he's had several voice actors. I take that back.
Does the list does the like record happen to be like, oh, in second is this guy?
I have no idea.
with a solid 5 or something. Man, that's I wish I just knew, because I would bet money he is blowing everyone else out of the water.
Oh, without a doubt.
Like it, like not even like laughably a huge gap would be my guess.
Yeah, taking out Nintendo for sure. I'm trying to think. I can't think of any like iconic characters that aren't like Nintendo. I mean, I can think of iconic characters for consoles, but not ones. You know, obviously, like I know Xbox is gonna be like Master Chief and Marcus and characters even like that, but they have like 5 games.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, oh, Microsoft's one of their biggest characters. Master Chief is like 5. 5. All right, that's not 100.
PlayStation characters are all dead. Like, like if you look at like the big iconic ones, like Crash. I mean, he's come back, but he's not like, you know, he died forever ago. All he's got is like a couple of remakes. Ratchet and Clank and Limbo basically dead. Sly Cooper dead. Sackboy dead. Those are their iconic characters. They're all just dead.
All right.
Ukulele maybe dead.
Dead.
Like literally, if you go through all the PlayStation's iconic characters, they're all dead. They don't have games anymore because PlayStation's like, no, move on to the next IP. Right. Xbox, you literally have Master Chief and Marcus.
Yeah, it's just like, well, no one else does it like Nintendo does it, and I don't think really they could pull it off like that.
No, they would have. I think the closest we'll get is, I think we'll always have Halo games, right? With Master Chief,
right?
His story will just never end, and then Sony will never have one. Period.
Yeah, it's.
But they're always going to be 30 years behind Nintendo.
Yeah.
Who was like, you know what? Let's build a character, build our company around him, and just make him iconic. It was like really the best marketing strategy you could do from the get go.
That is super smart.
They were ahead of their time, and
it still works today, which is crazy.
Exactly. And their games are great family games, right? Master Chief is not something like Halo, not Marcus Gears of War. Those aren't stuff that you bring into your family.
They don't appeal to as a wide audience.
And Mario also is the family, and they have the hardcore games that are it's the easiest to play on. They're those Mario World games and Super Mario Bros. 3 and stuff. Those aren't the easiest games to get through.
Right. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. That was our whole. We spent a long time about Mario.
Mario's
the legend of Mario.
He's responsible for a lot of people's gaming careers.
Right. Man, I'm just so curious who second would be.
Excluding Nintendo.
Yeah, excluding Nintendo.
Because it has to be Luigi. Or Peach or something.
Yeah, or Toad.
Toad. Wow!
It's Toad. Oh my god.
Jump over to movies and TV. So the James Gunn movie that I was talking about, the trailer dropped in last week, I did find it. It's called BrightBurn. It's obviously he's working on Suicide Squad 2 as well, but this is what he dropped a trailer for. It's BrightBurn. It's Superman horror film. But it's not Superman because they don't have the rights to use the name Superman and stuff. But it is Superman. It is a story. They just can't call him Clark Kent. They have to call him something else. But it's basically him if he was a bad guy.
Okay.
As a kid and stuff. It literally has him using his laser beam eyes, cutting down a door in this cafe's kitchen area, and then he just kills some woman.
All right.
So it's basically a horror movie with Superman being an evil.
I'll say that's an interesting take.
It's and being a disturbed kid.
Yeah, they just can't call him.
Yeah, it's basically they just can't call him that. So, superhero horror movie. It was actually a really interesting trailer. It was and it's an interesting concept. It's what would you do? It's first of all, it's gonna have to take his parents being no, be evil or something dumb like that, right? It's the only way I could think of. How do you stop he is still a kid in the movie, so it's but if Superman was evil, you don't have kryptonite, you're done. You're done. Earth's his. You can have it.
Right. You got it. Take it.
But it does the most thing I can't stand is forks grinding on teeth. And there's a part in the trailer where he's grinding it in his mouth and he pulls it out and it's all bent and stuff because he's got super teeth. And it's just it's the worst sound. You grind your fork to your I can't even touch the fork with my teeth without being disturbed. It's a weird feeling. And then hearing it is the worst thing in the world. So
it's one of those sounds that scratch your brain. It's ugh, please stop.
Shivers down my spine. That's but so yeah, interesting concept. So it looked cool. Release date is May 24th. Venom 2 is in the works.
That was fast.
Yeah, so screenwriter Jeff Hinker confirmed that a sequel to Sony's Spider-Man spin-off is in the works, and implied that the symbiotic-clad anti-hero may not be a solo act in future films. He can't say anything other than that is happening. So people obviously are going all over the board. It's is Spider-Man going to be in it this time? Or whatever. Yeah. It is not impossible that in a future upcoming Venom movie, Spider-Man will play a significant role. Ooh. So obviously he was being vague. because he says, without revealing anything that I'm not allowed to reveal, it is not impossible to say that it could happen. So Spider-Man could be in it, he could not be in it. I know critically the movie did really bad, but fan base wise, it did really well. So,
and to be honest, that's really all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if it makes money, they don't give a shit what the critics say.
Yeah, and if the fans like it, that means more than if the critics like it. So
exactly. Like I know, like people like to bring up critic reviews, but it's like it only really matters if the fans like it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
At the end
I
of the
have yet
day,
to see it because I'm just gonna wait till it to come like Netflix or something. Oh, it's not gonna come Netflix. Actually, it could because it's under Sony, not Marvel.
Yeah,
I don't know. It gets all weird with Marvel because it's owned by like 3 different people. Well, Disney, not Fox anymore. So it's owned by Disney and Sony, and that's it now. Now that I think about it, because Disney bought Fox's part of it. So it's not as confusing, but it's still confusing with what Sony does. Yeah. And then Doctor Strange's sequel is has a director attached to it. I believe it's the director. Yeah. Scott Derrickson, who co-wrote and directed Doctor Strange, has agreed to return for the sequel. So, production on the next Doctor Strange will begin in 2020 with an eye on May 2021 release date. So, that's actually a 3-year turnaround from here. So, actually, production beginning in 2020 and then releasing on May 21st. It's actually pretty quick for a movie, I believe. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, they usually take a while, I think. A couple of years? I don't know.
I'd assume so.
They turn around pretty quickly now. Used to be slower. Now it's just they start, and then the next thing you know, it's right there in your face, and you're watching it.
Well, Marvel's got their system. They got their whole thing in place.
Like, yeah, like movies coming out there, here for the next 20 years. You're getting this and this and this, and it's like, okay, I'm excited for the next 20 years.
I'm ready.
I don't have superhero fatigue. I know some people talk about superhero fatigue, but they're all so different that I don't care.
Right. I don't have superhero fatigue. I'm like, give me more.
It's like, first of all, I don't understand it too much because it's like, it's just another genre, right? I don't get genre fatigued.
Right.
I might take like a break from a genre for a week before I jump back on it or something, but it's not like, oh man, I have comedy fatigue or I have romance fatigue. It's like,
yeah, I don't know. I'll watch them. Marvel. All right.
I'm going to watch them. And you have plenty of other movies to watch in between each one, too. It's not like that's the only movies coming out for the year.
Right.
But those people that will talk about it will make it seem like, oh, I've got too many Avengers movies. It's like, dude, you know how many come out between them? It's like, how many different movies?
You get like a superhero movie like once or twice a year. It's not like every single
3
weekend.
We'll get like 3 or 4 next year or something. Like, excluding DC. No one cares about your DC. I think Aquaman just came out or something like that.
Something like, who knows?
I'm pretty sure it came out last week.
No one cares what DC's doing. They're so far behind and like so just out of sync.
I don't care if Jason Momoa is Aquaman. We saw him for like 3 episodes of fucking Game of Thrones and everyone likes him for some reason. Like, oh man, you got 3 whole episodes of Game of Thrones. It's all just bandwagon to him for some reason. And acts like he's the greatest actor to touch television. They're like, oh, Jason Momoa. It's like, dude, we haven't even seen him act.
I was like, he played like a barbarian. It's not like he didn't even say much. He was just like, ugh. Oh well. At least they're trying, I guess.
Again, Aquaman ever comes to Netflix or something, then I'll watch it. Maybe. I did watch Suicide Squad. That was a regret.
I did too, and I was like, how?
Glad I did not pay to go see that.
Right, that would have been awful.
The Punisher second season is coming to Netflix in January, and then it's going to get canceled in February. That's me speculating. Of course, it's going to get canceled in February after it comes in January because they've canceled everything else. Daredevil's canceled. Yay. Fucking hate what Netflix is doing. I'm going to be like, yes, Punisher's second season's coming out. I'm going to watch it, be happy, and then it's going to get canceled. And I'll be back to not happy. Because, apparently, in the Netflix deal, anytime they cancel something, nothing can be done with any of those characters for 2 years. So, and it's any iteration of Daredevil, any iteration of Luke Cage, Iron Fist. So Marvel can't be like, oh, we have our own Iron Fist with a whole bunch of new actors or whatever. They can't do it. So like people thought, oh, it'd be going over to Disney Plus streaming service. No, we can't get anything for 2 years because that's part of that Netflix contract.
Right.
So yeah, even though Disney owns them, they can't do anything with it because they agreed to that in the contract for some reason. Thanks. Which means I have to wait for all these to eventually come back again.
All right.
Hopefully with the same cast for the next seasons and starting off where they left off. Because I want to know where they fucking finish. They all of them this season have ended with something good. Which means I don't even know when Jessica Jones' next season's coming. So you have to wait even longer on that because her 2 years completing will be like 3 years after these. So, like, the worst. Thanks, Netflix.
You really did it to us, Netflix.
Yeah, cancel them for no reason. Pixar movie Onward got me a little excited. First of all, I love Pixar movies, but it's going to be starring Tom Holland and Chris Pratt.
Oh boy, that just sounds. That sounds like a good time.
Sounds incredible. Yeah, good old Spider-Man, good old Jurassic World. So,
right, exactly. You got Spider-Man and Star-Lord right there. They just teamed up to whoop on some Thanos for a bit until, and now they're back.
They're coming to Pixar. Reports suggest that they will play a pair of elf brothers. We just know they're coming together for a movie called Onward, and that's basically it. There's some rumors and stuff speculating. Scheduled to hit theaters on March 6, 2020. Other stars, Julius Dreyfus and Octavia Spencer. I don't know who they are. So here we go. Here's some more rumors on it. The suburban fantasy world story is about two teenage elf brothers who embark on an extraordinary quest to discover if there is still a little magic left out there. So that's
all right.
That's a report that's not conclusive of what this is going to be. For all we know, they not even be elves.
I'll say that's pretty generic for the most part.
All I know, it's Pixar. Pixar has never let me down with anything. They make you cry, and then they make you happy. Toy Story has some sad scenes, dude.
Dude, it did.
Toy Story was like the first Pixar film I got. I was like, I'm hooked to Pixar. Wall-E, great. Up. Don't even get me started with Up, dude.
Up kills you emotionally in the first 15 minutes. You're like, oh my god, am I even ready for this?
Yeah, exactly.
Incredibles,
Incredibles.
I finally saw Incredibles 2. I saw it on
good movie, dude.
I saw it on the plane for my business trip. It was a good ass movie. I loved it. Give me Incredibles 3, thanks. Don't take 14 years, I swear to God.
Oh man, so yeah, so
There are some good. My God, there's so many good movies.
yeah, Pixar has never failed, dude. They have a new Toy Story coming.
Yeah, Toy Story 4, which is interesting. They had Ratatouille, Finding Nemo.
Wait. What did I just see? Keanu Reeves confirms Pixar role 2 days ago. Why didn't I see this news? Keanu Reeves is getting.
It's for Toy Story 4.
Yeah, he's gonna be voice over.
Too.
Damn.
What the hell?
That gets me up there anymore. I love Keanu Reeves. So yeah, Bug's Life, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, except for Cars. Cars was there. We go. There's your one letdown. And Cars 2, Ratatouille, Cars. I heard Coco's supposed to be really good, and Inside Out. I have yet to see those two. Actually, I actually really like Brave was good. So yeah, besides the Cars trilogy, man, were those bad, and they got 3 of them.
If you just completely ignore Cars, then we're fine.
Man, damn, that is like, if you were to be like the best movie studio, period, it's these guys. And that includes the anime one. Wow, they're blanking.
Studio Ghibli?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Pixar beats Ghibli.
Ooh. I'm sure people are down to fight you.
Oh, I'm down to fight one way or the other. I could go either way.
I'm down to fight back.
I don't know. You'd be like, oh, granted, Princess Mononoke, my favorite movie of all time. But Toy Story, dude.
But
Toy Story, so good. So good.
Oh my God.
It's so fun. So good. Toy Story 3, you have the sad moment where you think they're all going to die in the fucking grinder machine spoiler. And it's like, no.
Dude, that shit. Oh yeah, where they all hold hands.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is the end. Not like this, please.
Oh, okay. Maybe that'll be something we can do. Pixar versus Ghibli. It's the greatest animation studio.
Okay. I don't even know other big like anime studios that make movies. I know obviously like Disney does animated movies too, but
yeah, like DreamWorks, Universal.
Yeah, but speaking like anime movie like studios.
I know I'm sure like specifically just movies. That's where.
Well, I know. Well, I don't know. Does Studio Ghibli do things besides movies?
They worked on a couple video games. Ni no Kuni. But I don't know about shows. I think it's just movies. Yeah, I think he just does movies.
I don't think there's a. I don't know if there's another one that I can think of, like anime wise. This says Sunrise. Oh well.
Nah, we'll look it up some other time.
Right.
That could be a fun discussion we could have. You know, we got 2 weeks left for this year. Maybe we'll just do some just one-off topics for the next 2 weeks or something.
Right.
For the last week, we'll do our most anticipated anime and most anticipated games of 2019. And then next week, maybe we could just do some huge discussion on like what is the best animation studio.
Okay. I already have a list of good animation studios. Oh, I guess Toei Animation.
That's the one I was thinking of. I just couldn't. I just didn't want to say like.
But I think they do more than movies, though, right?
I think so. I think they do
because they do like literally anything Dragon Ball related. I don't think there are standalone movie studios besides studio. Well, there probably are. They're probably small, but I mean like popular / successful ones.
Yeah, I can't.
That are like standalone movies. Obviously, there's.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to honestly Pixar versus Ghibli. Even though Disney has some good ones, and then Universal has some good ones because Universal or DreamWorks, not Universal, DreamWorks obviously Shrek and stuff, but DreamWorks also has an issue of dragging things out too much.
Like Shrek 17, it's like, okay,
they're remaking Shrek, but with the
they are so attached
same
to
characters,
Shrek.
same voices. Can you even call it a remake if it's the same people?
You're just redoing. Teacher said you can redo this project, and they're just redoing Shrek again.
They're like, oh, Puss in Boots in this and this and this, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna give these characters their own spin-off. So, oh, we got these Christmas specials for them too, called Shrek the Halls, and it's like,
Shrek.
Not even joking on that one.
They are definitely a tier below the others.
Definitely. Disney does have some solid stuff.
Pixar's definitely the GOAT. I'll say it.
Definitely. But I think that does it for this week.
Damn. What episode was this? 20?
20.
The big 2-0.
Big 2-0. As always, thank you everyone for coming by. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell to be notified every time we upload. You can always, leave topic suggestions below, or any questions, whatever, just suggestions, corrections, maybe you want to add on to something that we talked about. Or you can always DM us at Lord Ziltoid or at LSButler32 on Twitter. Links are in the description below, along with all our other social media. We have Discord, where everyone can talk, or you can email us at couchtalkyt@gmail.com. And that's the way to contact us. As always, you can just talk to us about anything. And until next time, peace out.
See ya.